What's up, everybody? Mike here, and just wanted to make a quick video going over the price of gaming and the hikes that we have been seeing recently. But before I do, I just want to give you all a quick thank you for watching this video, and a special thanks to every one of my subscribers. You are truly amazing, and I hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Now, before I really get into this video, I just want to say that I'm not attacking anyone watching this, because odds are you are a well-informed consumer and a well-informed person about gaming and the news surrounding gaming. And it's safe to say that you're into this hobby a little bit more than the average person and take it maybe a little bit more seriously too. And that's okay, because I am as well, so you're not alone. The reason why I say that is because we know as a consumer when a video game company is blatantly trying to fuck us, for a lack of a better term, because we know what our value is and we know what games to put our time and money into. And we just don't digest whatever slop this quote unquote AAA industry puts out. We are well informed. Also, we probably have way too long of a backlog of games that we need to get through. At least I know I do. But the one thing I'm sure of is that anybody watching this video will not fall under this category. But as they say, if the shoe fits, you gotta wear it. No, today I wanted to talk about the normie type of gamers. You know who I mean. The type of dudes who buy a PS5 to play Madden or 2K and the newest Call of Duty. Once again, nothing wrong with liking any of those games, but you have to understand what exactly companies are thinking of you when coming up with these prices of games. Those are the best-selling games year in and year out for at least the last decade now, and those are always the worst reviewed games on Metacritic for years now. And on YouTube, I bet you could find millions upon millions of videos on how each one of these games are certified trash. But they always sell year after year, and a lot of the normal people that buy it almost every year spend $100 minimum. Because once again, they always have to come out with the early access or the digital deluxe edition or whatever the fuck, and they sell it to you at a higher price. Once again, early access is honestly just a myth, because the developer and the publisher are the ones who set the date. So technically, what is early access other than them just setting a date for people that to play the game earlier? Once again, every year, these games always sell. And again, every year, the people that buy them probably spend more than $100. That's why I say minimum, because those games are filled with microtransactions. Yep, every one of those are filled with numerous amounts of microtransactions that you could spend literally thousands of dollars on and not blink an eye. So there are definitely a lot of people, especially normal people, who play this game for $100 a year minimum. Because you see, I wasn't the least bit surprised when to see Nintendo pull off what they pulled off with their pricing of their gamings being so high. Because, you know, Nintendo always does that type of shit. See, these companies don't target our demographic. You see, they don't really care about the informed consumer or where we spend our dollar. Because let's be honest, if you're a fan of this brand, and if you're a fan of the brand Nintendo, they are banking, and I literally mean banking on you to get that FOMO, fear of missing out, and giving into your ways and purchasing one even though you know it's wrong to do so. Once again, I'm not targeting anybody, but if you do fall under that category, you should at least know what you're getting yourself into. It's only fair. Anyway, these video game companies only care about one type of person, and that is the everyday person. Because you see, the everyday person, you know, they don't go online looking up videos about gaming like you, the wonderful viewer, doing right now. Thank you again, by the way. The average person doesn't care about the preservation of games or what game is going to look like in the future. You get my point, right? You see, that common person is the easiest mark in the gaming landscape, because they have no knowledge of what they're getting themselves into, and they're easily getting ripped off, but they can never see it. Which is why in my Nintendo Switch video going over the Direct and everything, I was more concerned about parents and stuff buying these games for their kids And trust me, I'm the last person to think or even give a shit about something like that, but it's just the truth out there that there are way more people who are unaware of how badly they're getting ripped off for their money by these video game companies. And it's honestly sad to see. And before you say, oh, but cartridges back in the day on the SNES or whatever were like $80 upon release, first, I have to say, hey, Gramps, did you make sure not to get up so quickly today? So you don't pull your back out? Oh yeah, and don't forget to take your meds. And secondly, the reason why those prices were set at those astronomical prices were actually because the cartridge had a motherboard inside, meaning the whole reason that game fucking ran in the first place was because of the damn cartridge. Meaning that cartridge actually meant something, and that it was actually, the reason the whole game was in on your TV being shown to you, because that's how it ran. But what Nintendo's trying to do is trying to sell you $10 more, from $80 to $90 for a fucking box. So don't be fooled. I'm sorry, but not really, because I'm a gamer through and through, and I just don't want to see other gamers get taken advantage of. Sorry, I'm not okay with it. Even though I'm really not planning on getting the Switch 2, doesn't mean I won't advise others who don't know to get one that it's a bad idea, or who want to get one that it is a bad idea, because it is. No, you see, I'd rather tell you all the truth than be liked for being a fraud. But that is pretty much all I got to say in this video, and that's all I got for today. I hope to see you around on the next one. Peace.